Hey, here we go again with a little bit of more math. Oh yeah. So we're on lesson 100 on page 742. Now, really, the lesson is super duper easy, and I'm probably not even going to read it out of the book because it's that easy. Usually, when you get towards the end of the year, the math lessons get so hard, it makes your head gonna explode. Um, we'll get there, I promise. But lucky for us, lesson 100, pretty easy lesson today. So let's check it out. Um, Basically, all we have to do, if we are multiplying a decimal number times 10 or times 100 or times 1,000, all you got to do is count the zeros and then scoot your decimal over to the right, how many zeros there are. So let's do this real quick. Let's work this one out. Right? We're going to drop the zero straight down. And then we're just going to multiply by 1, correct? So 1 times 34 is 34. Now, we could count the decimal places and go, okay, we got 2 decimal places. We scoot over 2 times and we put it there. 1, 2, right? Now, watch this. We could also do this. So we multiply. So 34 times 10 would be 340, right? How many zeros are there? Let's see. Who haven't I called? Lucas. Lucas, how many zeros are there in this problem up here? Yeah, there's 1, right? So we start where our decimal was in the front. We move back 1 spot, throw it in there. There's our correct answer. See how easy that was? All we had to do is scoot it over 1 spot, put the decimal in, good to go. Now, if there was 2 zeros, if we had 34 times 100, then we would just move over 2 places and then put our decimal point in there. For real, that's how easy this is right now. Now, I'm going to show you with this. I wrote it up here. Count the zeros and move the decimal to the right that many places. So we're not even going to multiply in example 1. Watch. I'm not even going to do any kind of math. I'm going to count the zeros. Jordan, help me count the zeros. How many zeros we see right here? How many? Louder. Come on, son. Let me hear you. There you go. 2. We got 2 zeros. So let's look at the rule. Count the zeros and move to the move the decimal that many places to the right. 2 zeros, 2 places. So we're here, right? 1. Where am I going to stop, Jordan? Right between that 3 and the 4. So we moved over 2 places. We're going to erase that guy. There's the correct answer. All we had to do was count the zeros, scoot the decimal over. That is it. That's the entire lesson. Pretty easy, right? Yeah. All right, let's do example number 2. Now, in between examples 1 and 2, there's a tiny little paragraph. It's like 2 sentences long, or 1 sentence long. Now, if we're not multiplying by 10, 100, or 1,000, we just got to go by the regular rule of multiply, then count. So we're going to multiply this problem. Then we're going to count how many decimal places we have, and then we're going to scoot our decimal over that many places in our product. Remember, product is the answer of a multiplication problem. Dylan, help me out with this one. 32 times 4.5. Now, 5 times 2? It's 10. We carry that 1. What's 5 times 3? Plus that 1? There you go. 16. Now, what do I need to add into my partial product right here? Yeah, we got to have a space holder, right? Since we're over here now, we got to put 1 space holder in because we're multiplying in the tens place. Now, 4 times 2? Yup. 4 times 3? I almost said 7 in my mind. I said 7. No, that's not right. 4 times 3 is 12. Good job, Dylan. You got it right. Mr. Poole almost got it wrong, but you got it right. Sweet. Now let's add. That's pretty easy. Let's do it. 0 plus 0? 8 plus 6? And we got to carry 1 right there because that was 14, right? Now we got 2 plus 1 plus 1? Yup. And then we drop that 1 straight down because 1 plus nothing is 1. Now, how many decimal places did we have? We had our decimal, he's hiding right here. I made it a little bigger. Now, how many places over are we? Bingo, we're only over 1 place. So we're going to start over here at the right. We're going to go over 1 place. Where are we going to stop? Perfect. Nice job, Dylan. Right there, and then there's our answer. And then actually we could simplify it and just write it 144, because do we really need that 0.0 at the end? Nuh-uh. This doesn't mean anything. We can get rid of that whole thing right now. Later, dude. All right. Example 3 is another one like this, where we're going to have to multiply, then count the decimal places, add those decimal places into the answer. All right. Sophia A, over there in room 10. You paying attention? You better be, because I'm calling on you. All right, let's roll. Now, Sophia A, here we go. We got 7 times 4. What is 7 times 4? It's kind of a tough one. I know 7 times 5 is 35. Drop down, yeah, it's kind of a tough one, right? But you know, there you go. Bingo, 28. Now we got 7 times 4 again. And we just figured out it's 28, so that's kind of easy because now it's 28 again. But we got to add 2. What's 28 plus 2? There you go. Good job, Sophia. And then what's 7 times 1? That's easy, right? 7. And then 7 plus 3? There you go. 10. Bingo. Now, we're multiplying times this 2 right now, Sophia? So, if we're over there multiplying in that tens place, Sophia, what do I need to put underneath this 8 right here? Say it nice and loud so Mom knows you're listening. Yep, there you go. Boom, got to put a space holder in there. Now, let's rock and roll. 2 times 4. Now we're going this way, right? 2 times 4. That's 8. And then we got 2 times 4 again. 8 again. And then 2 times 1. That's easy as 1, huh? 2. Now, let's add those up. Sophia, easy peasy right here. Let's rock. 8 plus 0. There's our 8. What's 8 plus 0? Yeah, we just did that. It's 8, huh, Sophia? All right, and then what's 0 plus 8 again? And then what's 1 plus 2? Sweet. 3. Now, here's the tricky part. Let's count these spaces. How many decimal spaces over are we to get to that decimal right there? I'll make this one bigger too so we can see them. We went over how many places? 1 place. And then how many places over did we get to go? Like, how far do we have to go to get to that decimal? Yeah, just 1 place again. So we got 1 place and 1 place. That makes 1 plus 1 is 2. All right, so let's start right here. We're going to do 2 spots over. We're going to go 2 spots, jump 2 spaces. 1, 2, drop that decimal in there, 38.88. See how easy that is? All we do is we multiply, count the spaces, put it in there. It is even easier if we're going times 10 or 100 or 1,000, because then remember, all we got to do is count the 0, scoot over that far. We'll get rid of that guy. So we had 1, we slid over 1 spot. We had 2 zeros, our decimal was here, we slid over 2 spots, dropped it in, done ski. All right, I'm going to put up some of our lesson practice and we'll keep rocking. All right, lesson practice. Man, these are super duper easy. So we're going to blow through these pretty quick because I know you guys are going to be able to get them easy as pie. So Kaylee, go ahead and help me out with this first one. Remember the rule. Let's count the zeros and then we're going to scoot this way. So every 0 equals 1 move to the right. So we got 1 0. Move the decimal 1 spot. Where am I going to put it, Kaylee? Between what 2 numbers? Absolutely. We're going to move it over 1 spot. We're going to put it between the 2 and the 3. That's your answer. 12.34. That's it. That's all we're doing. So, hopefully you guys got it. Now we're going to roll. All right, let's count these zeros, and then we're going to scoot this way. Ethan, help me out. How many zeros we have? 1, 2, 3. Now, here's our decimal. Where are we going to put it? Absolutely. Let's move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Sweet, it goes right there at the end of the 4. That's it. 1,234. We can put a comma in there. Remember, the book says that if it's only 4 numbers, you don't need a comma. I like to put the comma in there anyways. Now, let's check out C. We're going to go over to bin F. Bin F over there in room 10. Help me out. We got how many zeros? 2. Sweet, my decimal's in the front. Where are we gonna put it? How many places we move into the right bin? There you go. 2 times, 2 spaces. 1, 2. Drop it in right there. All good. 12.34. Now let's check out D. Super easy. We only have, how many zeros we got here, Matthew R? Help me out, bro. We got 1 0, that's it. Now look where our decimal is. It's in the front of our number. So every 0 equals 1 move to the right. So we're just gonna go over 1 spot. Drop it right there, right, Matthew? Absolutely. Nice. 3.45. That's it. All right. Hopefully we're getting this. I wish I could say, hey, show me a thumbs up if you're getting it. Hopefully you're giving a thumbs up to the screen right now. Give me one of these if you're kind of like, nah, it's still a little tricky. Hopefully by the end of it, you'll be thumbs up too. Hey, if you're down here like, oh, I'm not getting it at all, just keep paying attention, guys. It'll come. It'll come, I promise. Now, let's look at the rule. Zeros equal 1 move to the right. How many? You gotta count them. So let's go to Cassie. Cassie, help me out with this one. We got 1, 2 zeros. Ooh, my marker's dying. We got 2 zeros. Now let's look where our decimal is. We got to scoot over 2 places, right? So Cassie, what numbers am I gonna put it between? Say louder. Bingo. We're gonna scoot over 2 times. 1, 2. It's gonna drop in right there. And we're done. You can put a little box around 34.5. Check out F. We're going to go to Gavin. Gavin, help me out with F. How many zeros we got? 1, 2, 3. Sweet. Now, where am I going to put my decimal? Notice it's out here in the front. We got to move it how many times? 3 times. So let's scoot that puppy over. 1, 2, 3. Drop it in there. Put a box around it. And really, do I need the decimal at that point? Nah, not really. Because there's no numbers behind it. If there was a 1 or 2 behind it, yes, leave the decimal there. But we can simplify and just get it out of there. Let's see. I think this one was kind of like that one too. We didn't really need the decimal because there's no numbers to the right of it. Sweet, we are on the G. 5.67 times 10. Elodie, help me out with this one. How many zeros we got? Yell it loud so your mom hears you. Boom. Got 1. Now, Elodie, I want you to yell it out really loud too, so Valentina can hear you, so she knows you're doing your work. All right, so how many zeros do we have? 1. Awesome. So if my decimal's here, we're supposed to move to the right, correct? Sweet. Where am I going to put it? Yell nice and loud. Between what 2 letters? Or numbers? Letters. Yeah, between the 6 and the 7. We moved to the right 1 spot because we only had 1 0. And then you can put a little box around it. 56 7/10. All right. Let me scoot back here. Now we got 5.67 times 1,000. It's the first one we've had to do this with. So I am going to go to Serena. Serena, help me out. This is the trickiest one we've done so far. How many zeros we got? 1, 2, 3. All right, sweet. So Serena, I got 3 zeros. So that means we're moving over 3 spaces. Help me with that. Where are we going to put our decimal? Okay, so we got 1 spot here, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and put our decimal. Uh-oh. What am I going to do in that empty space? What goes there, Serena? Help me! I heard you say it. We got to put a 0 in that empty space. Get rid of that decimal. We can put a comma right there. Cha, 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 boom. And then really, do we even need this decimal here anyways? No, he's just at the end. Just kind of hanging out, you know, wishing he had a friend back there. Yeah, but he doesn't. Oh, well. So we're going to have to put our box around that. So 5,670. Sweet. I is pretty easy. 5.67 times 100. Let's go to Sophia E. Help me out here, Sophia. All right, how many zeros we got? 2 zeros. Now, let's move our decimal 2 places. Remember, are we going to the left or have we been moving these to the right? There you go, we're moving to the right. And we got to move it 2 times. So where am I putting my decimal? Yep, there's 1, there's 2. Drop it in, get rid of our old one. Sweet, 567. Awesome job, Sophia. I've been missing you guys. I miss you guys every day. All right, let's look at J. Hopefully I left us enough room to do J. No, J is just a multiplication problem. We don't have our zeros. Sad day, right? It's going to be a little bit more work. But all we got to do is multiply and count the decimal places. Same old thing we've been doing the last couple days. So, let's go to Josiah. All right, bro, help me out. What's 5 times 4? Nice, nice, 20. And then 5 times 2. There you go. Don't forget to add the extra 2 that we carried, right? So that was 10, and then plus that extra 2 would make it 12. There you go. Nice, I like it. Now, remember, we're multiplying times the 1 in the tens place. So what do I need to put underneath the 0 right here? Absolutely, we need a space holder. Now, here's the easy part. Now we're just multiplying times 1, right, bro? All right, 1 times 4 equals what, Josiah? Yup. And then 1 times 2? Yup. Let's add those up. I'm going to have to put it over here because we're running out of room. All right, 0 plus 0. Yup, 0. And 4 plus 2? 6. 2 plus 1? Nice, I like it. All right, let's count our spaces here. We got, boom. We only have 1 decimal point, and it's only over 1 space. So we got to start over here. Where am I going to stop? Between what 2 numbers? Absolutely, we're going to stop right here. We're going to have 36.0. Now with that 36.0, do I need to keep the 0.0? Nah, because we want to simplify. We want to make our answer as simple as possible. So it's just going to be 36 all by itself. That's it. All right, we're on to L. We skipped, let's see, K. I was like, we don't need to do K. But let's do L because we have 2 decimal numbers we're multiplying here. Audrey, help me out. So Audrey, we're starting here with the 1. 1 times 6. 1 times 2. Yeah. 1 times 1. Now, when we multiply times this 9 over here, we got to put our space holder in so we don't accidentally line it up directly underneath that 6 and across. If we do that, our answer will be wrong every single time. All right, let's rock. 9 times 6 is 54. There you go. 54. So we put our 5 up there. And then what's 9 times 2, Audrey? 9 times 2, that's 18, right? And then what's 18 plus 5? So 18 plus 5 more would be 20. Nice, 23. Good job. And then what's 9 times 1? 9. And then 9 plus 2 more. So 9, 10. Nice, 11. Outstanding. All right, now all we got to do is add it up. Here we go. 6 plus 0? Yep. 2 plus 4? Yeah. 3 plus 1? And 1 plus nothing, 1 plus nothing? 11. Now, check it out. We got 1 space, and we got another space. So, how many places over are we going to move? Plus 1 plus 1? Bingo. 2. All right, so we start this 6, we go 1, we go 2, we drop her in there. It's got some weird 6 eyes. So 114 and 66 hundredths. Is that simple, y'all? All right, grab out your math sheets or a piece of paper, whatever you've been doing your math on. Hey, if you ran out of math sheets and you just got to use a regular sheet of paper, ain't no thing. That's totally fine. One of these days, I'm going to try to get this stuff in the Google Classroom so you can just type your answers right into a Google Doc for me. Or into a Google Form. We'll figure it out. Hopefully I'll be able to do that in the next couple days and try to have some of those on there for you so you don't have to constantly write it out. Now, I'm going to throw out some of tonight's written practice. So grab out some paper to write down the answers that we go over together as a class. And then when we're done with that, I'm going to have a picture up here of Lesson 99's answers so you can check last night's homework yourself and you don't have to have your parents print it out or look at it on their phones or computers or any of that stuff. All right, see you in a second. Welcome back, here you go. You guys should have out your math sheet so we can go through some of these questions. I know there's a little bit of glare at the top. Hey, we'll do our best. Checking out problem number 1. You gotta look at the table. Don't forget, when you're finding the median, you gotta put them from least to greatest. And then the number in the middle, if it's an odd number, and it is, there's 5 numbers. The one in the middle is gonna be your answer for the median. Now, for the mean, you guys might have forgot what it is to find the mean. The mean's just the average. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna add all the numbers together, each one of the numbers, and then you're gonna divide by how many numbers there were. We've already said there's 5. So you're gonna divide by 5. Now, 2 is a word problem. It sounds super tricky. It's talking about, I think, a meter stick, and it got broken, and there's 0.37 meters of it left. Or, you know, it says one piece is 0.37. What is the other piece? Basically, it's just this problem. All you guys gotta do is go 1.00 minus 0.37. Don't forget, when we're subtracting, that decimal is gonna come straight down. It should be about right there. Awesome. I think you guys can figure that out. You guys are super duper smart. You got this. Now, check out 5. It said she got, I think, an A or something like that on 7/8 of her test. So they want to find what percentage of her test did she get that level of grade on. Now, remember, what we're going to do here is we're going to multiply. We're going to put a 1 under that. So just multiply straight across. What's 7 times 100? Bryson, what would 7 times 100 be? Bingo, 700. Now what's 8 times 1, Bryson? Perfect, it'd be 8. So it's 700 divided by 8. I'm going to go ahead and plug my 8 in right here and just go ahead and start dividing. Now 8 goes into 70 how many times, Bryson? Yeah, there you go. 8 times. 8 times 8 is 64. Awesome, we got borrow from the 7, right? Makes it a 6. Makes that a 10. What's 10 minus 4? Sounds good to me. Drop the 0. And then 8 goes into 60 how many times, Bryson? It wouldn't be 8, right? Because we know that was 64. So we got to drop it down 1, right? There you go. 7. 8 times 7 is 50. Bingo, 56. So I'm going to put that over here. So we got 60 minus 56. We borrow. That becomes a 10. That leaves us with 4 left over. Now 4 over 8, I know I can reduce to 1/2, correct? So my answer would be 87 and 1/2%. Just like so. All right, let's check out 7. Now 7 has the square, right? It's a square on a coordinate plane. Count how long each side is. I think it starts at 0, it goes over 4 spaces, then it goes up 4 spaces, then it goes back 4 spaces, comes down 4 spaces. So each side is 4 sides long, or 4 units long. So A is just asking what's the perimeter, what's the distance all the way around the outside? Easy. Now, knowing how long each side is will help us figure out what B is, because we got to go length times width to figure out the unit squared, or the squared units of that shape. You can also count the squares in the picture. Tricky, tricky. All right. Now number 9, quick tip. I think it's saying that was a problem that said like 39.37 inches and a meter. But it's talking about 5 meters, so we got to multiply. They want us to round the 39.37 either up to 40 or down to 39. So round to the nearest inch before you multiply times 5. Don't forget to label. Now, number 14 is a problem that quite a few of us, like, we missed this type of problem on the test, and it wasn't even as hard as number 14. But what is super, super duper important, I know I said it a bunch of times on that lesson, is you gotta line up your decimals, you guys. If you don't line up your decimal, you do not have a shot of getting it right. So let's check out 14. We got 1.23, 1.23. And then we have 0.4567. All right, so I'm gonna put my decimal here. We got 4, 5, 6, 7. Make that decimal a little bigger. All right, and then we had 0.5. Now what happened on the test was some people put 0.5 over here. Some people had 1.23 all the way over here. You guys lined them up along this edge. But if you line them up there, No bueno, not even close. All right, so this number right here is going to be 0.5. Now I can go back in there and add some zeros in my empty spaces just so I don't accidentally put stuff in the wrong place. So I'm going to add 3 zeros to that 5. I'm going to add 2 up there to the top. And now we have our decimals lined up. I can even already put it in my answer right there. And now all we got to do is add. It's just addition, guys. That's not hard. Let's see, who can help me out? Mikey. Mikey, help me out with this one, bro. 0 plus 7 plus 0. Yeah, that's easy, right? 7, nice. And then 0 plus 6 plus 0. Uh-huh. And then 3 plus 5 plus 0. Got it. And then 2 plus 4 plus 5. So we had 2 plus 4 is 6, right? And then 6 plus 5. There you go, 11. Carry this 1. 1 plus 1, 2. 2.1867. That's it, y'all. It's that simple. All right, I'm going to Angelina on this next one. Angelina, check this out. This is a lesson we did today. Check out 28. All right, we got to count the zeros. Move the decimal this way. Move it this way. How many zeros we got? How many do we have? 1, 2. Nice. Where am I going to put this decimal? I'm going to move it from in between the 3 and the 7. Where am I putting it, Angelina? Nice. We're going over 2 places. It's going to drop right there in between the 8 and the 9. Put a little box around it. Easy peasy, Mr. Poolsy. Right? All right. So B and C do the exact same things. Count the zeros, move your decimal over. Just keep doing it. Now, number 22. I put 25 too close. Number 22. Let's move, I'm going to move 25 out of there. So on number 25, we'll talk about first so we can get out of the way. On number 25, just remember to find the volume, we got to go length times width times height. That's all you got to remember. Don't forget that. And then since we're multiplying 3 numbers together, that means the answer is going to be cubed. Now, this was another type of problem quite a few people missed on our math test last week. I'm betting there'll probably be one like it on this week's test. So, before we do anything, let's turn our whole number into a fraction. So I'm going to make that 5 a little smaller, and I'm going to put a 1 underneath. Now, since I have a division problem and I want to change it to multiplication, does your first fraction change? Am I going to flip it over, or do we just bring it straight down? Kimber, help me out. Remember, when we're dividing fractions, this first fraction, exactly, Kimber, it just comes straight down. We don't change anything. That one just comes straight down, 5 over 1. Now, Kimber, how does that division symbol change as we bring it down? Because it does change, doesn't it? Exactly, it goes to a multiplication sign. Now, what's this little flipsy do mean here, Kimber? What are we doing with this 2 over 3? Starts with the R. We're using 2 over 3's reciprocal. Remember, we're going to flip that fraction upside down. And now it's going to be 3 over 2. Now we just get to multiply. Awesome. Multiply for me, Kimber. What's 5 times 3? 15. What about 1 times 2? Nice. Now, 2 goes into 15 how many times? How many times can I get that 2 to go into that 15? Awesome. Goes in there 7 times, right? And then let's see, 7 times 2 is 14. So 15 minus 14 is 1. So there's our remainder. That's going to go on top. And then our 2, since we divided by 2, it just rolls right over there onto the bottom. Awesome job, Kimber. Thanks for helping out. All right, here we go. Check out number 28. Number 28 is talking about, I think, 3 pints, and they want to find out how many ounces that is. I went ahead and helped you out, tell you that it is 16 ounces in a pint. Remember, a cup would be 8 ounces. A pint is 2 times bigger than a cup. And then check out 30 with me. It says 3/5. Let's see, total there's 25 students. 25. 3/5 of them had a sweater on, or jacket. 1/5 of them had a sweater on. I drew them with a little turtleneck, so we knew it was a sweater. And then 1/5 of them had a t-shirt on. They didn't have a jacket or a sweater. Now, you just have to do what is 1/5 of 25. So remember, we could divide this way and then multiply times our top number, or we could multiply 1 times 25 and then divide 25 by 5. Either one of those works to give you your answer. All right, so grab out last night's math sheet for lesson 99. Have that out. Have out a marker or a red pen, something that you can check it off with to mark that your answers were right or if they were not right. Do a little star if you got it right or whatever. Cross it off if you got it wrong. Remember, if you guys are missing like 8 or 9 or 10, man, we really got to be using that book a little bit more. Texting me some more, emailing me some more questions like, hey, how do I do this problem? And I'll do my best to try to help you guys out here. You know, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Basically, we talked about 11 problems from the homework for tonight. So we should be not missing too many, I hope. Sweet. Hang tight, grab out that math sheet so you guys can check your homework for lesson 99, and it will be up right behind me here.